top 5 ways to improve your curb appeal. Okay. So, but you want to put it in 5 different posts. So you ask ChatGPT to give you the 5. Then you use the 5 and you cut and paste it into Canva AI. And Canva will automatically give you 5 different posts. Welcome back, Toni.
Hi, Jenny. How are you today?
Good, thank you. We're back in the studio. I'm Jenny Woon, host of In the House Podcast.
And I'm Toni Singh, co-host of In the House Podcast.
We're back in the studio because last week we actually went to Edmonton.
Yeah, that was a good time. What were your key takeaways from the framework retreats in Edmonton and those awesome women?
There's so many. One of the biggest things that I found the difference between Vancouver market to Edmonton market is how they have created a significant extension of their service. So what I found that some of them who were servicing like Edmonton, they would also market in the Calgary area. I don't do that. I know that maybe you and probably Warren do that because you have an extension of
like cross
family member.
marketing, or like cross referrals.
Yeah, there's lots of cross marketing I found with the agents that were at the show.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet all of them and very interesting to hear about their marketplace.
And yeah, what did you think of the market there?
It's a lot different than Vancouver, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So their strategies and challenges are slightly different than Metro Vancouver realtors. But that's why I found real estate so fascinating in general, because no matter what marketplace you go into, the sales and negotiation process is still pretty much the same, but your marketing and target area and perhaps the behind the scenes processes that you use to execute can be different. So the women there are like definitely powerhouses. So happy to meet them. And I'm excited for the next retreat too.
Oh, absolutely. Next one is May 2nd, or was it May 3rd?
The Winnipeg one?
Oh, no. The Vancouver one.
The Vancouver one. Yeah,
Yes.
that's coming up too. And Victoria in September.
Yes. Okay. Can't wait for that.
So,
Well, let's coming back to what we've been doing with our marketing to, I guess you could say, scaling and becoming a bit more smart with our time.
yeah.
Is using artificial intelligence.
Yeah, that's today's episode. Using AI to improve your marketing.
Yeah, and we already have been using it. Grammarly, even with maybe even the Gmail, giving us prompts so that we don't have to reply back automatically. Spell check is AI, is it not? It's something simple like that. So it's always been around us. But in our fast-paced and competitive world of real estate, it is super critical to streamline your operations. Hiring an assistant, hiring maybe a virtual assistant is obviously a no-brainer to hand off some of the admin tasks to free up a lot of your space for income-producing activities. Are you currently using a particular program?
I actually just started using ChatGPT a couple of weeks ago. I'm not huge on tech. I mean, I'm trying to do my best to embrace it. And I tried using it to help me write a listing description. It was so efficient and quick. I was shocked. I was surprised. And I mean, you could look at that as it being a little bit scary because clearly it like cut the time in half. And it did sound like me. So it could be embraced as a new technology or a little bit scary that it can do that.
You know what's the funny thing is that there was a funny, hilarious meme when a realtor was approaching. And well, one of the questions was, are we ever going to be obsolete? Like, are realtors going to ever be obsolete?
They've been talking about that for like the last 12 years though.
Okay, but listen to this. Like, okay, so you know how you go up to a self-checkout?
Yeah.
But how many times out of 10 do you actually need help from someone to
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10,
10
right?
out of 10.
So, okay, so our job is, I don't think we're going to be okay.
No, it's honestly, you're dreaming if you think that that realtors are going to be obsolete. There's so many things that happen in the sales and negotiation process that AI is not currently able to handle. And honestly, I'm one of those people in the grocery lineup where even if there's no lineup for the auto checkout, I will still line up to go with the person because I'm like, it's going to take me longer. Then I'm going to have to wait for one of them to scan me through.
Yeah.
It's inefficient, actually, and I don't like it.
Okay. Well, what are some of the biggest challenges realtors are facing today?
So I think in general, it could be, limited budget or definitely not having enough time to devote to marketing. Even I've fallen into that category, in the past, and not enough human resources or employees to help with that marketing.
I can definitely see a lot of the agents struggling with that. And I'm glad you brought up ChatGPT because I have been using it since it came out.
Oh, you have?
Well, it came out around November, I'd say.
Okay. You're right on top of that.
Well, when you get bombarded with all these emails, and I am an email subscriber. I'm really bad for that because I should probably unsubscribe to a lot. The funny thing is that I was looking to write something, and sometimes I use Google to help me write. But I just went on it, and it totally helped me out with a particular project I need to do.
Awesome.
So from then on, it really helped just moving forward, writing a lot of my pieces.
So how are you capitalizing on this technology and using it in your everyday business?
Yeah, so I would say not just listing descriptions, but I've been able to write sales emails. So how to politely decline a dinner.
Oh.
Like an invitation to a dinner.
Okay.
Right? And so I'll give you we'll talk about prompts later, but other things they can write. Employment letters, they can write congratulation letters, blog posts and articles, YouTube descriptions, keyword searches, social media captions. They can translate as well.
How does that work?
Well, I guess
we can get into it later, I guess.
Yeah, the prompt would be transcribe or translate this sentence into Russian language or...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. They can also write video scripts. They can write headlines, email subject headlines that are catchy and that could be with the times. You can even write content ideas.
Yeah, I mean... That would be really helpful and super time efficient, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've seen so many TikTok videos where you want to have
TikTok.
top 5 ways to improve your curb appeal. Okay, so but you want to put it in 5 different posts. So you ask ChatGPT to give you the 5. Then you use the 5 and you cut and paste it into Canva AI, and Canva will automatically give you 5 different posts.
Oh, that's spectacular.
And now you have, 1 per week.
I'm clearly not utilizing this AI to the best of my ability. So that's why it's good we're having an episode on it.
Excel has an AI, so you can, of course, input everything into the fields.
Yes.
And it'll automatically, do whatever you need to do on Google Sheets or on Excel.
Well, let's talk about the prompts for a moment. Okay, so and I also know this from, I've only been using ChatGPT, like I said, for a few weeks, but the prompts are important. Why would that be? Because basically it's crazy. If you prompt it properly, it actually can sound exactly like you or your brand or your company.
There are companies out there that you can pay to actually give you prompts. Like someone has already made a business out of this to write prompts for you so that you can get more accurate responses from ChatGPT.
I mean, it's definitely powerful because, if you're asking the right questions and directing the AI properly, clearly it emulates the feeling and essence of that person directly communicating through it.
So really it's supposed to talk like you.
So
and
can
your
you
brand.
give, like you and your brand. So can you give a few examples of how to curate a message through something like ChatGPT the most efficiently and effectively? Like if you're give an example of how you would prompt and then have it have the output that you would want.
Okay. So first of all, you want to be really precise with the prompts and be very specific and exact with your instructions. So I want to say there's about six elements that the prompt needs to have. And then what we'll do for you guys, you listeners, is to give you some examples of the prompts. So, but these are the 6 elements. Okay. Number 1, you have to have a goal. What is your goal of the prompt?
Yeah, without a goal, you can't ask it anything. I think number 2, that goal has to have a task, right? You have to ask it to do a task in relation to the goal.
So are you writing? Are you going to be trying to act like somebody? Are you trying to create something? So whatever you need AI to do.
For example, AI, refine my mission statement. Maybe you would say, maybe you would even put in a paragraph or something, right? And then say, refine it to show
that you are on a master you have a master degree with that type of
and then it would curate it towards okay.
But even to the degree of summarizing in 100 characters.
Yeah, absolutely, to be more clear. And then a third must-have would obviously be to simulate your own persona, right? Or whoever, whatever it's actually for. Could be for your company.
Do you want to sound like Ron Burgundy, right, as an anchorman? Do you want to sound like Simi Sarah, who's on the news? Or do you want to sound like maybe someone who, like Nelson Mandela? Do you want to sound like Oprah? So who do you want to sound like on ChatGPT?
I mean, for me, I want to sound like me, and I want ChatGPT to sound like me.
Okay, so what I would suggest on that is you write in your own words a paragraph, okay, or like a journal entry, for example. Then you would ask ChatGPT, what style is this writing?
Yeah,
okay?
That's a good idea.
So ChatGPT will come out and say, your style is very spiritual, higher power, feminine energy. So then you will always use those words. Write a paragraph for me with using feminine energy with higher power and spiritual words.
In relation to?
Yep, relation to whatever you're trying to receive and summarize.
Yeah.
So every time you start with that, that means that it's going to be your style of how you actually be talking in real life, in real person.
Those are good tips, especially for people that have not tried the app yet or the actual AI system.
The next step is what are the steps to complete? So do you want them to list something? Do you want them to provide 5 takeaways?
Yeah.
Do you want them to give you a manual? So give them an idea of how you want the material to be structured.
And then number 5 would be adding content and constraints if you haven't already, right? I think we kind of mentioned that.
So constraints like 100 characters or 100 words. You know, on a listing description, we're only allowed 1,000 characters.
That's right. I thought it was 800. Did they increase it?
Well, it depends on internet or public remarks or whatever.
Yeah.
I still don't even know the difference, to be honest.
I think it's 850 or something, but that's okay.
So if you wanted to because I know sometimes, you know, AI can give you more than what you need.
Yeah.
So you can also ask it to summarize what it just gave to you. And the final thing is how the output format. I know it's kind of like repetitive, but the output format is, again, like how you want it to speak, in what style. Maybe we were just talking about in here before we started about a rap, like maybe you're going to want to wrap it into some storyline into a cool little like lingo or something.
You're giving me all kinds of ideas.
So let's give our audience members some examples of what I would type into ChatGPT. Okay. So first one is, I want to act like a professional real estate journalist named Neil Sharma. So he's a very famous journalist. And write a well-researched article with sources and data about the current housing market in Vancouver. So note some of these keywords that have really made this a very detailed and exact instructions. Number 1, you want to sound professional. You want to act like a professional. Number 2, you want to sound like Neil Sharma. So that's one of the things, is stimulate a persona. Number 3, we're asking it to write a well-researched article. Okay, so that is the constraint, is that we want it to sound like an article. We want sources and data in it. Okay, that's the content. And we also have asked it to give us the location, so Vancouver.
Yeah, and specific information about timeline, right? Current housing market.
Right.
Okay, let's try another one. Because I had mentioned using it for a listing description, well, more than one listing description recently. So another example could be something fun. Write a listing description for Chip Wilson's $74 million mansion located in Kitsilano with a 10-bedroom, 5-bathroom, a meditation room, yoga studio, outdoor pool, helicopter pad, and tennis court. Whew. We should actually try that right now and see what it comes up with.
Actually, I'm going to do it right now.
Do it right now and see what it says.
Okay. I think let me see here. So I'm going to put that in right now. Okay. Write a listing description about Chip Wilson's $74 million mansion. For those of you who are thinking if I was to ask ChatGPT this question, and then you are also trying to get the same listing, right? And asking the same question as well, one of our worries is whether or not the information will repeat. So my understanding is that if I'm writing this question in to give me the listing description, it will also give you something different.
So do you want me to try it too? I've just signed into my account.
Okay, so you know what? I'm not going to, this is a very long description. So I'm going to get it to summarize in I would say, let's say 100 words, okay? So it actually gave me, for those of you who can't see this, it gave me about 5 paragraphs. And I mean, it may be great on a feature sheet, but it won't work on MLS.ca or Realtor.ca just because of the limitations on the characters. So this is what it gave me. The $74 million mansion boasts 10 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a meditation room, and yoga studio. It spans over 20,000 square feet and features formal living and dining areas, a chef's dream kitchen, a primary suite with a spa-like ensuite, and 9 additional bedrooms. The resort-style grounds offer ample outdoor living space and privacy, making it an entertainer's dream. The property is located in a highly sought-after neighborhood, and private tours are available. Schedule your private tour today.
Okay, this is what it says when I punch it into my account. Welcome to the ultimate in luxury living at Chip Wilson's magnificent $74 million mansion located in the coveted neighborhood of Kitsilano. This stunning property boasts 10 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and has all the amenities you could ever want or need. I'm just going to skip ahead because I didn't provide a word constraint on this. Take your relaxation to the next level with the meditation room designed to provide a calming and peaceful space to unwind. Stay fit and healthy in the state-of-the-art yoga studio where you can practice your downward dog and sun salutations in style. That's not bad, right?
Yeah, that's very good. I would put that for sure in a feature sheet, or maybe even use that as a script to talk into a video. So we can also ask it to convert it into a video script for us, right? If it's a little bit too wordy.
Convert this to a video script.
Okay, let's see what comes out.
This is so funny. This is what it says here.
Yeah.
Opening shot of the mansion with sweeping views of the city. Narrator. Welcome to the ultimate in luxury living at Chip Wilson's magnificent $74 million mansion located in the coveted neighborhood of Kitsilano. Interior shots of the grand entrance, living room, floor to ceiling windows. It's funny because it's actually directing it for us. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it has all those brackets of like where the camera should go. So this is cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah. Okay, so here's another one. Write a caption for an Instagram post about showing up for a listing appointment to find that the tenant is in the middle of a gender reveal party.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So I put that in earlier. This is what ChatGPT gave me. Never a dull moment in real estate. exclamation point, showed up to a listing appointment and ended up joining in on a gender reveal party, excited for this growing family and the new chapter in their lives. Okay, well, that's very positive.
Yeah.
That's a very positive thing to ask. Okay, so however, what if you were very annoyed? Very annoyed. Okay, so if you were a very annoyed agent,
Yeah, you can change the feeling of it, right? For sure.
who came across a tenant who is holding a gender reveal.
Oh my goodness, what's it gonna say?
Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, this is fun. As an AI language model, it is not appropriate or professional to express annoyance or frustration towards anyone in a situation. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, in this case, okay, actually, I'm going to start over here because it didn't give me what I wanted. Okay, so I'm just going to, let's start over here. That's hilarious.
What is it
AI
saying
won't write me.
I mean, that's not actually true because when I was experimenting with it last week, I could change it to be more negative.
Yeah, right?
So I don't know if they're trying to, if they've embedded something in the program, maybe, not sure.
Maybe. So change it to a frustrated. So rather than putting annoyed, I put frustrated. Change to a frustrated agent.
You need an R. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Let's see here. It still
That's
won't give it to
hilarious
me.
that it's doing that now.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah. Normally it would write something on the opposite.
I think, yeah, we'll have to
Anyways.
look into that later because maybe there's a different way of framing it. Not sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but two other useful ways that agents can use this technology if you're not afraid to try it is, you know, even with, we had talked about it before, Instagram or writing a Facebook post, right, of to-dos about real estate agent, what to do when listing a home. Or, this is a good one, Jenny, writing a script with a phone conversation for a client that you need to have a price reduction for on their listing.
Oh, yes.
If you're not used to doing that, that could be useful.
Well, that is a fear that many agents have, whether it be on the phone or in person.
Yeah.
So here's one. So I just put it into ChatGPT, write a real estate script when you're about to reduce the list price. So ChatGPT says, "Hi, I'm Jenny. How are you doing today?" And then you go, "I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?" The agent, I wanted to touch base with you today about your property listing. We've had it on the market for a few weeks now, and we received some feedback from potential buyers and other agents.
Okay.
And then you as the client
Yeah,
says,
I'm going to be the client. Okay, well, what did they say?
Well, one of the common themes we heard is that the price list may be a little bit too high for the current market conditions. I know we priced it based on the comparable sales and the unique features of your property, but it seems that we may need to adjust the price to generate more interest and offers.
I see. So what do you suggest that we do, Jenny?
I would recommend that we consider reducing the list price by $30,000. This should attract more attention from potential buyers who are looking in your price range and may be hesitant to make an offer at the current price.
I mean, that's a significant reduction. Will that hurt our chances of getting the price that we want?
I understand your concerns, and I want to ensure that we will still aim to get you the best price possible for your property. However, we also need to consider the current market conditions and the competition from other listings in the area. By adjusting the price, we can position your property as a more attractive option and hopefully generate more interest and offers.
Well, I mean, we're not sold yet, so go ahead and do it. I'm probably the easiest client.
Okay, so, I mean, we want the conversation to go this smooth, of course.
Yeah.
But it's a guideline. Just remember, it's a guideline. So you're always obviously, you know, I think there's probably going to be a little bit of hesitation. So you just kind of keep listening. That's maybe what AI doesn't will never be able to help a client in that sense.
For sure.
Okay, so yeah, do you think what are some benefits of using this in general, like
I mean, I think that if you have the clear goals like we had talked about, as being essential. So whether you want to use it for your marketing on social media posts, captions for listings, laying out a conversation with a client or even colleagues, to have the right feel associated with it, then this could be a great option to help agents and people achieve that.
And so if you want to save money, if you don't have the money to be able to hire somebody in marketing, if you want to predict content a bit better, so that you know that it's optimizing and its highest level of performance before you actually post or deploy the content. Most importantly, it just saves you time, and it just gets you to the right spot where you need to be in your business so that you can streamline it. You can, of course, make more connections in person, and you don't have to worry too much about all the having to write marketing content, because we know sometimes you just get writer freeze. Is that what you call it? Writer freeze?
Or brain block?
Writer's block.
Writer's block.
Thank you. We got our producer in the background making these. Are you ChatGPT?
No, I'm just kidding.
In real life? Okay. So, guys, if you found that this is helpful, make sure you go to chat.openai.com. That's where you can start using the tool. I mean, it's probably beta 1. And there's many other tools out there, like Be Human, I heard, is coming out as well.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm sure Google is going to come up with something. I'm sure Microsoft's going to come up with something. But this is a great start. Now, don't fall behind.
There's also a new one coming out. I think they're all in beta, though, called Syllabi.
Okay.
Which might be directly, they might have made it, sorry, one sec. For real estate agents specifically. So we'll have to look into that.
Okay, cool. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to share it with your colleagues, because I know that they will gain lots of extra time.
Can we thank everyone for a bit?
Yeah.
Just 1 second, because we're concluding. We've heard from more of you, and you have said that you are enjoying listening to our episodes, and we really appreciate the feedback. It's really super inspiring to and exciting to be here with Jenny and bring you guys this content. So again, we are here on all platforms. If you have suggestions or you want us to bring up a certain topic, then let us know. Get in touch.
And thank you so much for reposting and resharing. We definitely take that to heart and appreciate all the time that you guys spend with us.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.